This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Vitamin Water was born in New York because New Yorkers wanted more flavor to pair with all the amazing food in the city. You can have the best meal in the world here, if you can get a reservation. Vitamin Water is so New York, its 3 favorite cheeses are chopped cheese, bacon, egg, and cheese, and a slice of cheese pizza. We know where to get the best sushi in the city, and best nachos, and best bagels, and best... You get it. And you can find food trucks better than 5-star restaurants. Drink Vitamin Water. It's from New York.
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast. The NBA playoffs are here, and Michelob Ultra is getting you closer to the game than ever with courtside seats and more. Enter now at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access Courtside 2024 to 2025 sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 or older. Ends on July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/superior access/courtside for free entry deadlines, and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
You're the perfect blend of elegance and style, and your ride should be no different. The 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid meets all your needs, from business to brunch and everywhere in between. With head-turning details like a sleek front end, plus stylish interior, and an available 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and seamless tech integration. Okay, Hyundai. Visit HyundaiUSA.com to learn more about the new 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid.
More Eagles news and notes right here on the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10 minutes Eagles podcast there is on the Eagles Pin Pull Podcast Network. I'm your host, Phil Stiefel, talking every single day with you on random topics around Eagles Nation, around the Eagles world, and what the Philadelphia Eagles are doing right here in the Eagles offseason. You know, we're into the early part of May. We're into the lull of the offseason. Not much happening, but we do have a couple quick things that I want to touch on today. But first, make sure you check out the link down in the description of this video. That's where you find Trending in the AM, my morning show on the STT Sports Network, live for 90 minutes at 8 a.m. every single day, where we talk all things Philadelphia sports, plus what we talk about on this show. And it's a place for you to get your opinions back to me. Tell me your thoughts on some of the things I say here, so make sure you check that out, guys. Again, I'm Phil Stiefel. This is the Eagles Checkdown. So first things first, let's dive into a few things. Another piece from Ed Kratz's Crystal Ball article. We still haven't gotten any news on the Reed Blankenship and Dallas Goedert front, and I'm going to throw into the equation also the Nick Sirianni extension talk. But in the article, Ed Kratz, he did make mention, it's a very good point, that now that the draft is over, you know, the second wave of free agency has begun. You're going to probably start to see next week, after the schedule release, which is May 14th, next Wednesday night, you're going to start to see some of these moves from the Eagles get done. You know, Reed Blankenship's extension will happen. Will it be a big extension? Will it be a long extension? Probably not. But Howie Roseman will figure out a way to extend Reed Blankenship past just the 2025 season. The Dallas Goedert situation cannot be resolved most likely till post June 1st due to cap hits, part of that situation there. The Nick Sirianni extension after Reed Blankenship, after Dallas Goedert, will get done. So I'm expecting a Nick Sirianni extension to happen sometime, early June, late May, early June. So I wouldn't expect anything to happen there, but we got to remember Nick Sirianni is going to get it. And I think the question isn't will he get an extension, is how big of an extension he'll get. I mean, in the history of the NFL, we're talking the history of the NFL. He's got 54 wins in his first 4 seasons here, including playoffs. That's the second most in the history of the NFL, behind George Seifert, legendary 49ers head coach. And that's it. It's George Seifert, and then it's Nick Sirianni. That's how special he is. So he is going to get a very, very big extension, probably in the range of 4 to 5 years, probably in the range, making him the second or third highest paid coach. I wouldn't be shocked if he becomes the highest paid head coach in the NFL when that comes, when that comes about. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll see what happens. But that's the key thing here, that it's kind of in the lull right now. And, I see a lot of people putting out articles on the different free agents that are out there at this point. We'll get to them in a second. But the reason why we're not seeing the Eagles make any moves is because what else? You kind of got to wait now. You kind of got to wait till post-June 1st when a bunch of guys are cut. There are holes on this Eagles roster still, depth-related, but there are holes. There are question marks. But why sign a guy? Like, I see a bunch of people talking about Amari Cooper, top free agent wide receiver available, and how he hasn't been afraid to bring in, extra veteran wide receivers that have had major success in the NFL. Julio Jones in 2023. Amari Cooper's probably the best wide receiver available. And honestly, behind Jahan Dotson, there ain't much left. Anais Smith, Johnny Wilson, who's the other guy we just signed last week. I don't even see him in my notes anymore. That's how unimportant he was to the whole grand scheme of things. Why can't I find his name? Now it's kind of annoying that I can't find his name here. That's a little, I got the depth chart. I know he's on the depth chart here. Giles Jackson, there you go. That's not what you need. So maybe Amari Cooper would be a good idea for the Eagles, but it's not something that's going to get done anytime soon. I brought up Von Miller yesterday. Not going to get done anytime soon because you're going to wait till post-June 1st to see who else gets cut from other teams. You got Justin Simmons out there still, who's always linked to the Eagles. Not getting done post-June 1st. Rasul Douglas, if you want cornerback depth, is still out there. You got a couple of running backs, J.K. Dobbins, Nick Chubb, to name a few. I mentioned yesterday that what if Jahad Campbell isn't ready along with Nakobe Dean for week 1? You got some linebackers out there, Juwan Bentley, you got C.J. Mosley. Will they bring anybody like that in? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But we're not going to see till post-June 1st. More on the wide receiver depth chart issue. Britton Covey did. I didn't get to mention it yesterday. Britton Covey signed with the Los Angeles Rams. So our return specialist, our punt return specialist, our 5th, 6th wide receiver, Britton Covey, who was all intents and purposes, great teammate, great person, just never could break through here in Philadelphia, went to the Los Angeles Rams. So we do need to figure out going into the season who is going to be the return specialist. I don't like Cooper DeJean returning punts, but he could do it. You got, obviously, Avery Williams, who has a lot of experience returning punts and kicks. You got some other wide receivers, Anais Smith. You got Will Shipley. You got a couple guys on this roster that have done the return job throughout their careers in college and the NFL. I'll be curious to see if it is Avery Williams or somebody else when camp breaks in September. Who is the first crack at it? I just hope it's not Cooper DeJean. I'm very against Cooper DeJean returning punts. I don't want to risk such a vital part of our defense, getting injured on punt return. But the team seemed to like him in that role last year. One final thing. Well, two. Nugget here that we didn't get to yesterday. The NFL draft in 2026 already been announced. It'll be in Pittsburgh, home of the Steelers. But they announced in 2027 the NFL draft will be down in D.C., down by the Capitol, down by the U.S. Capitol. So it's something for Eagles fans to look forward to. D.C. is only a short little drive away. So I would expect a huge contingent of Eagles fans down in D.C. for the 2027 NFL draft. One final thing. You see a lot of it being talked about. Who's going to be the opening night game for the Eagles on Thursday Night Football to kick off the 2025 NFL season, which is always hosted by the defending Super Bowl champions, being our Philadelphia Eagles are the reigning, defending, undisputed defending Super Bowl champions. That means the Eagles get to play at home on week 1 on Thursday Night Football. A lot of talk. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be the Rams? Is it going to be the Commanders, the Lions, the Bears, somebody else? As a selfish person, I want it to be the Lions. I want it to be the matchup that we wanted to see in the championship game before they got upset by the Commanders. I want it to be Eagles, Detroit, week 1. I could see the Rams or Commanders also, where they tend not to go division rival too often week 1, which would kind of wipe out the Commanders. I don't get the Bears hype. A lot of people are talking the Bears because they want Caleb Williams on the big stage. Actually, honestly, if you want to win week 1, let it be the Bears against the Eagles, because then we know the Eagles are going to go 1-0 to start the season. Guys, you want to tune in to Train the AM live at 8 a.m. today on Wednesday, because at 8:30 a.m., a half hour into the show, Delaware News Journal beat reporter of the Eagles, Martin Frank, will be joining me. I'll get his notes and opinions on rookie minicamp, everything so far with the Eagles. So you're not going to want to miss that. Today's episode is linked down below. So make sure you check that out, guys. Everybody have a fantastic Wednesday. Go Birds! Bubbles up.
What does every USAA member have in common? Family. We're one big family who supports the military community and their eligible families. And if you, your parent, or spouse served, you could join our family and save big on auto insurance. Visit USAA.com/join today to check your eligibility. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
ChatGPT Plus is free for college students through May. Here's the thing. You've got a lot to do between now and then. Studying for finals, writing papers, trying to keep your life on track. And ChatGPT can help with all of it. It can quiz you for your econ exam, make a study guide from your French notes, plan out your meals and study breaks. It can get really specific on how you like to learn. It can even help you come up with ways to stop procrastinating. So from now until summer break, take advantage of all the ways ChatGPT can make your life easier. Restrictions apply.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay, with experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Out here, there's no one way of doing things. No unwritten rules. And no shortage of adventure. Because out here, the only requirement is having fun. Bank of America invites kids 6 to 18 to golf with us. For a limited time, sign them up for a free 1-year membership, giving them access to discounted tee times at thousands of courses. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/golf with us. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Restrictions apply. See BofA.com/golf with us for complete details. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
The new McCrispy Strip is here. Dip approved by ketchup, tangy barbecue, honey mustard, Sprite, McFlurry, Big Mac sauce, double dipped in buffalo and ranch, more ranch, and creamy chili McCrispy Strip Dip. Now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.